your side of the history that you want to be on, man? You want to be one of the ones that was on the internet talking shit? Or you want to say you was out here with that high?
Yeah. Holla be thy name. Holla be thy name. Holla be thy name. Holla be thy name. React and get game. Holla be thy name. Holla be thy name. Holla be thy name.
What's up, gang? Yeah, we back at it, family. So before we get started, I'm gonna hit you with a little something. This right here is 6 things that God hates. Everybody is really familiar with the commandments, what I'm saying, what not to do, those 10. But most people don't really know about the things that God hates. So I'm gonna run it down to you because I just really learned this too. And I think this will help some people out, you know what I'm saying? All right, so as you see, it says, these things the Lord hates. Yes, 7 are abomination: a proud look, a lying tongue, hands that shed innocent blood, a heart that devises wicked plans, feet that are swift and run into evil, a false witness who speak lies, and one who sows discord among brethren. So these really help me out. Like I said before, most people only know those 10 commandments, you feel me? But when I found these out, it helped my walk in the world become a little bit more better. I mean, when you're ignorant, you can't really do what you don't know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to keep dropping these gems every chance I get. When I get put on something, I'm going to put y'all on. But without further ado, let's get right into it.
What's your suggestion? That's your question. Okay, you talking to me, not a dumb Negro or pork chop eater, don't know the truth. I'm free now. I woke up. Now, what are you going to tell me now? I done gave you my solution, some land of my own, doing something for myself like you, England, and America do. Now, I know you're not against the black man. I know you're not against me having my land, are you? I know you English and ruled and slaved forever for a long time. But do you still today don't want me to have my own country and build for myself and govern myself? Would you think that's bad if we thought like that? What's your solution to my problem? 1974, then you all just, some white man just flew from New York to England in an hour, less than 2 hours. You all are so progressive. You're walking around on other planets. Now, today, I'm intelligent too now. What's your suggestion? What should be my movement? Integrate?
Yeah, equal rights in a mixed society.
In this society, where you still own the government, you still own the train station, the railroad plant, the lecture plant, these television cameras, you still make all the food, you control everything, and I'm like a leech on a dog's back. All I can do is just wait for you. I can't do nothing for myself. Integrating in your society don't mean I'm doing nothing for myself. You doing it all. I want to do something for myself. I'm tired of depending on you. You might get broke one day. Your stores might close. Your gas pumps might cut off again. I'm relying on you now. Can I have my own land and country?
Well, you've got your own freedom here, for instance. I know you're luckier than many black people in America, but you're your own boss.
I'm speaking for my nation. See,
I know, I appreciate that.
If I was representing just me, I wouldn't be talking like this, because I got it made. I'm talking for my brothers who's out there.
But I just don't see how, Mohammed, I don't see how you can slice up America into bits and get all the whites in one area and all the blacks in another.
Then we leave then. We leave.
But they'd miss you.
I know it.
Y'all not gonna miss a nigga, man. Cut that shit. You know what? I take that back. Man, what would America be without black people, dog? No black music, no black actors. Hey, man, drop your comments down below, man. What do you think America would be if no black people ever stayed here? I think it'd be real bland. Boring.
Did you know that an African country offered to give $1 billion to help Black Americans economically and politically, and the US government denied that gift? A lot of you might already know this story, but it was new information to me, so I'm assuming some people don't know about this history, and it's important that we talk about it. According to LA Times, the federal government of the US denied the Nation of Islam leader Louis Farrakhan permission to accept a promised $1 billion gift from Libya to help Black Americans economically and politically. According to the same report, Farrakhan applied to the Treasury Department's Office of Foreign Assets Control, asking that he be granted an exemption from the sanctions to permit acceptance of $1 billion pledged by Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi during a visit Farrakhan made to Libya. The Treasury Department denied that request in a message to Farrakhan's lawyers in Chicago, asserting the continuing need of the United States to enforce its policy of isolating Libya. Denying $1 billion, which is a gift meant for Black Americans from an African country, is insane. But it did happen, and according to U.S. spokesman then, Glenn Davis, he said, quote, obviously Gaddafi has an interest in gaining a foothold here in the U.S. in some fashion, and of course, that kind of talk is not something that we view positively at all, end quote. So basically the reasoning the U.S. government gave is that Gaddafi is doing it because he has an interest, and we don't want to allow that, even though this money would have changed people's lives greatly and brought about so much positivity to the Black American community. The US government said no to that. This is a history worth remembering, especially for those that had no idea that an African country offered a gift of $1 billion to the Black American community. I am Wongel Zalalem. I'll see you on the next one.
Bruh, now that's crazy. No wonder they wanted to kill Gaddafi, boy. He already was trying to make the gold back dollar, so he was trying to knock the U.S. currency out the way. Then he offered $1 billion to help Black people in America, and they said no. See, okay, boom. I see they think that he was trying to use it in order to get a stronghold in America, but how you know he just wasn't feeling bad for his people that's being treated bad in America? Drop your comments down below, man. What you think about that, bro? That just blew my mind. I never knew about that. Wow.
Small war underway on a street in Philadelphia tonight.
There was gunshots, thousands of rounds of bullets from the police.
Police moved in with tear gas and water cannon.
They wanted to kill our children.
I had recommended to use an explosive entry device.
The house shook. Smoke was coming in, so we knew they dropped the bomb on us.
Police allowed the blaze to burn an hour and a half before calling in firefighters.
I don't care what they said. There was no justification for what they did.
They done burn up 2 blocks. Explain that.
I never imagined that the government would drop a bomb on a row house in Philadelphia.
It's an embarrassment to the city of Philadelphia.
My name is Ramona Africa, and I was there when the police dropped a bomb on me and my family May 13th of 1985 and killed 11 of my family members. I was there.
These people dropped bombs in the ghetto in 1985. That's crazy, bro. Killed 11 people. Man, that's stuff you do when you in war, bro. That's an act of terror, bro.
Tonight, the FBI says it is aware of racist text messages sent to African Americans across the country, including some Houston area residents.
Yeah, we spoke with the mother of a Cy-Fair ISD student who received a text which said, in part, quote, report to a plantation to pick cotton.
Stephen Going is joining us now with what she had to say. Stephen?
Mia, Len, we don't know who is sending these messages or why, but it appears there is some kind of coordination. Perhaps this person just wanted to get people in a frenzy after the election. Whatever the reason, we want to warn you again, some of the language in these messages is offensive.
It's disturbing that you would send it to somebody.
Laura Bass Brown says she was immediately concerned on Wednesday after her daughter, a student at Cywoods High School, sent her a screenshot of a text she'd received.
And she said it's a message that her and some of her friends received. And so I'm like, which friends? And so she said, all of my Black friends.
The message, which greeted the 15-year-old by name, says in part, you have been selected to pick cotton at the nearest plantation. Our executive slaves will come get you. At first, this mother thought,
maybe it's just hackers, I mean, with the election just happening.
But then her daughter sent screenshots of the messages her friends had also received.
They responded to the message, and a person responded back about them. They are going to have an owner, and the owner is going to feed them, make sure that, you know, it's like they went on for other things. And I'm like, no, it's a person doing it.
The messages came from an unknown number. Bass Brown believes the sender used an app to spoof a new number. Tonight, she says, she considers the message a threat.
To have somebody threaten their lives or threaten their livelihood or threaten their family's livelihood, it becomes uncomfortable.
FBI Houston has confirmed it's aware of the messages, and in the past 48 hours, there have been multiple similar reports of Black Americans receiving messages like this in close to a dozen states. But wherever the messages came from, whether hackers, pranksters, or a foreign adversary, this mother says it's not okay.
It's like this should not be sent to any student, black, brown, blue, purple, yellow, whatever.
Now, attorneys general in states like Virginia have already condemned these messages. We reached out to the Texas Attorney General's office. We've not yet heard back to our request for an interview or a statement. If you received one of these messages, you can report that to the FBI. Glenn, Mia.
Really troubling. Let's hope the FBI gets to the bottom of it. Stephen Going this evening. Thank you.
That ain't no threat. Ain't no threat. But 9 times out of 10, man, that's some high schoolers pranking, you know what I'm saying, the black people in the school. But that's 2024. It just goes to show you, bro, when you hear some people trying to say like racism is dead, it ain't too much going on in today's time, cap.
Y'all can't be this dumb. This is absolutely hysterical. This whole notion that they're trying to put out there by these Sambos of these races, of this whole black fatigue, I find it absolutely hysterical. Because in the same week that they're talking about more black fatigue, we had a woman go on national television and say she was a racist. In the same week that they talk about black fatigue, we had a woman, a single mother, who had a history of DUIs, fighting in public, call a little black kid the N-word. In the same week, that same woman has raised almost nearly $1 million for calling the little black kid an N-word. In the same week, they talking about black fatigue, we had a man who was pulled over by a California Highway Patrol come out of his car with an AR-15 walking towards police officers. In the same week, we had 2 little white boys who were pointing a gun at police as they all spent like 5 hours trying to get the kids to put the gun down. This is in the same week they talk about black fatigue. Now, I've never seen an officer do that for a little black kid. In the same week, we had a teacher who was charged, multiple teachers who were charged with messing with the kids. In the same week they talk about black fatigue, we just recently had a father completely send his whole family to the afterlife, and they talking about black fatigue. Riddle me this, Batman. What fatigue, based off of the events that I just told you that happened within this week, what fatigue do you think the country should have? I don't know, call me crazy, but I've never in the history of this country come across the expression of white fatigue. Isn't that interesting? And I've never heard someone come out and say, you know what I have? I have white fatigue. That's what I have. All the things that's happening, now you coming up with black fatigue? This is why I don't take these Sambos seriously. Out of everything that's going on, I would think we would have Sambo fatigue. Wouldn't you? Shouldn't we have the Sambo fatigue? You have these racists who fund these Sambos, and then they use the narratives that they paid them to promote, that use them as its proof that it's organic. They're doing what they're getting paid to do. They're saying what they're getting paid to say. None of this is organic. None of this is just like, you know what? There are free thinkers and they're fighting against the culture and everything. I have evil fatigue. Okay, that's what I have. I have lineage of evil fatigue. How about that? That encompasses all of y'all. The racists, the Sambos, all y'all like. That's what I have. I have lineage of evil fatigue. That includes as far as the Sambo fatigue and the racist fatigue. That's what that includes.
That's crazy. For all that to happen in 1 week, can't make this shit up.
This country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country. Tilled this land from sea to sea to sea. First there was rice, tobacco, sugar cane. Then Whitney did his thing and cotton became king. And we were its soldiers, 4 million strong. Fighting for America's freedoms, even though we remained America's slaves. Built this country. The descendants of slaves continue to build it. Slaves built built this country. And we, the descendants of slaves in America, have earned reparations for their suffering. And continue to earn reparations every moment we spend submerged in the systemic prejudice, racism, and white supremacy that America was founded with and still has not atoned for. Slaves built this country. Not only field hands, but carpenters, masons, blacksmiths, musicians, inventors built cities from Jamestown to New Orleans to Banneker, Washington. 40 acres and a mule. We'll take the 40 acres, keep the mule. We made your families rich. From the southern plantation heirs to the northern bankers to the New England ship owners, the founding fathers, former presidents, current senators, the Illuminati, the New World Order. Slaves built this country. We had Tubman, Turner, Frederick D. Then they say Lincoln freed the slaves. But slaves were men. And women. And only we can free ourselves. Emancipation is not freedom. Jim Crow, segregation, redlining, public schools, feeding private prisons, where we become slaves again. As we celebrate Juneteenth for the umpteenth time, our account is still outstanding. Cause this country was built on slavery, which means slaves built this country. And we demand our 40 acres and a mule. Bump that! You can keep the mule. Keep the 40. We're taking our freedom.
Hey man, I used to like this show when I was young, man. Proud Family. But they obviously been coming out with new episodes because I see Juneteenth in here. And I never seen this episode. I could have sworn I seen every single last one of these. But yeah, they snap.
The bullshit stops with this generation. I want everybody, every young brother, I want you to learn a skill and a trade, man. Start you a business. And then hire your little partners to work for your business. And then after that, keep them fucking felonies off your record. If you got some non-violent felonies on your record, holler at some attorneys and get the bitches expunged off your record. So you can start carrying these guns and stand with your people when it's time. And just stop talking shit. Choose your side of the history that you want to be on, man. You want to be one of the ones that was on the internet talking shit? Or you want to say you was out here with that iron?
So y'all black folks get ready for the biggest ride y'all can ever fight. Black folks, get ready. Y'all ready what, black folks? Are y'all ready for the revolution to be televised? What's gonna happen when the white folks say no justice, no peace? Coming from the white man. Black folks, are y'all ready? No justice, no peace. Coming from the other side. Now let me give y'all the game about their side. Watch them stick together. See, these black folk, we gonna fold under pressure. We already fold. You know why? Because the white boy got murdered. I ain't going down. Boy, they killed that white boy. Look at you niggas. Y'all coon asses on. Scary. Bunch of scary niggas. You only niggas gonna come out march and grab your signs when the white man kill a nigga. All y'all gonna do is get your goddamn signs, write all type of shit, run around and say, we shall, all that old slave shit. Good, that shit over. That shit over, man. Come on, man. That's back in the days. Every time a nigga killed, all you niggas do is grab your picket signs and go to marching around. Looking stupid. That shit, what that gonna do? 10,000 black folks gathered downtown. So what the fuck that mean? Guess what? Watch how they kind of stick together. Now, I kind of need to show that we go stick together, but you know, y'all, when y'all go to cooning, y'all gonna run from this fight, black folks. We too busy fighting each other. We sure can't go against nobody else. Hello? We got a war within our own selves. How we gonna go to war with they kind? And guess what, y'all? Boots on the ground already. Boots on the ground for the white boy, for the one that's dead. And guess what? A lot of black folks gonna run from this one. They gonna run when the war jump. When the war is over. Everybody be back then. Oh man, making blogs, man. Where was y'all at when it was going down?
I cannot play that whole video. That is gonna get us copyrighted for sure. If you want to go see the whole video, go to Mondo Casino 2.0 on TikTok.
World is watching.
While an economic boycott was being promoted on social media against national retailers who have rolled back their diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, a group called TBO Harlem, or the Best of Harlem, was trying to turn this boycott into something positive for local black-owned businesses.
This is really about us as a community learning and exercising our power as a people.
At Nailu, a black-owned boutique boasting luxury rooted in Harlem's history, owner Katrina Paris Pinn saw an uptick in business this Friday.
In these times, if you have to spend your money, you should be spending it more intentionally. You should be spending it where people appreciate you.
Across Lenox Avenue, LA Sweets New York, and Sugar Hill Creamery, we're also seeing more people walk through their doors.
We don't exist if people don't come. So today, it's a kind of a mixed feeling kind of day, but it is very reassuring to know that our community has our back.
It sends a message that, you know, it's supposed to be fair and equality for everyone.
There had already been a national month-long boycott of Target that started on February 1st to coincide with Black History Month. It was launched by civil rights activists in Minneapolis, upset by the rollback of DEI programs, but not all shoppers were aware.
Now I feel like I need to go back and return everything. I don't agree with the DEI being rolled back.
At Grandma's Place, a Black-owned toy and bookstore now in its 25th year promoting children's literacy, they welcome as many customers as possible.
If you have to boycott, you know, do what you need to do. But us getting more support, I think, is always going to help.
Listen, boycotting these businesses for a month is not finna change nothing. You know what I'm saying? We got to start spending that money with each other. You feel me? That's what we got to do. We got to keep the money in the circle, bro. That go back like to the streets, man. You got to keep the money in the circle, dog. Now what I will say is, man, us Black-owned businesses, man, we need to focus on quality and great customer service. As long as those things are on par, I think that will also help with people wanting to spend money with us. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. Everybody else do it. Why can't we?
You can't find your man. He go find you by your attributes. You can't be out looking to find no man. You just have to be a woman of essence, a woman with qualities and a woman with traits, and you'll stand out. He go find you. Grocery store, the red light, but you can't find him. You don't know how to pick a man. It was never designed for a woman to pick her man. Not to be religious or anything, but I can't get past he who finds. He who finds a wife finds a good thing and has favor from God. So you are favor for a man. But if you ain't where you need to be as a woman, how you gonna get what you need? This is what I've been realizing for the new age woman. She wanna be the man rather than being a better version of a woman. She wanna be like the man. I wanna think like a man but act like a lady. That's impossible because your thinking is what dictates your actions and your behavior. So Steve Harvey, these women up with that. You can't think like no man. I tell women all the time, if you focus on that woman in the mirror and make her better, he coming. You attract what's inside of you. So if you keep attracting these kind of men, you need to say, hold up, let me go look in the mirror and see what's about me that attracts these kind of men. And then you'll get your answer.
We living in a time where the beautiful Black woman is not portrayed. It's the hoe. Yeah, that sexy hoe, that bad bitch, that's what's projected. And so you see young ladies not trying to be beautiful Black women. They trying to be some bad bitches. So I know how to recognize selling sex by way of social media.
Hey man, I know people don't be liking that nigga delivery, especially when he get in no character mode, asshole mode. For the most part, dog be spitting, man. He be saying some real truth that just hard for people to digest, man. Come with being a man though. Be honest.
8, 9.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're not trying to question you or anything.
Let me count it first.
No, can you look in between his legs here too? Well, I think he just put some of my money in between his legs. Okay.
How much money did you have on you? I'm asking.
I haven't touched it. Can you just check in between his legs?
Sir, listen to me.
He's moving and everything. Look, he's moving.
Sir.
A bitch.
Sir, listen to me. Tell me how much cash you had on you. What was the amount?
I just want to see. I'm not gonna lie. Can you check? I'm not going nowhere. Can you check your fellow officer for me, please?
What do you have?
Hell no, he just touched me. I heard the other day.
Look at that boy hand shaking.
I had to look. He's moving. He's moving in between his legs.
Sir, stand right here.
I'm gonna stand right here, but can y'all please check y'all fellow officer? Please. What's going on? Look, he's moving his arm right now.
How much cash did you have on you?
Can you check your hands? I didn't. Can you check your people? Because he's touching. Yeah. What's going on? Oh my God. Look at his hand. He's tucking money. He's tucking money right in his right hand.
Tell me how much money you
He's
have
tucking money. He's tucking my money. That's a problem. Can y'all check him? Hey, go on.
Listen to me. What was your total cash?
He's telling her no. Don't check me.
Listen.
Look at him moving. He's moving. Oh my God. Y'all not gonna check him?
Listen.
Look at him.
Listen. Tell me.
I've been cooperating.
Let me tell you. I'm right. Come here. Do you mind if I come? Come here. I'm not telling you.
I want you to hold me so you know that.
Okay. Do you see anything?
No, yeah. No cap. I'm not even gonna touch it. It's blue honey right here. It's all the blue hundreds are right there behind that receipt. Thank you. All that's my money. He didn't have that.
This is your money?
Yes, I heard him crumble it up. Thank you. Thank you. All that's in that quarter, right? That's my money. That's my money right there.
Sir, you've been watching me that whole time.
I seen you take it. I seen you crumble it up. Just
that
count
is
it.
not me.
If I'm right, it's gonna be around $1,000. If I'm right, and like I told you, I just went to Wendy's. I seen you still.
No, sir.
If you don't mind, I just want to sit down so y'all don't try to say I'm resistant. I don't want to do nothing. All I know for a fact is I know what I know and I've seen it. I just wanted you guys to trust me, you know what I'm saying? That's why I was just acting a little irate, but I'm perfectly fine, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to expose you.
That is not me, bud.
Brother, I just seen you steal my money. It was no reason for me to pop my rubber band, brother. It was no reason for me to pop my rubber band off my money.
I didn't pop your rubber band off your money.
I heard it. Me and you just spoke about it. You heard him agree to it when I first got it. I said, I heard you did rubber band. You said, oh, I had to do something. It's okay. It's okay. I know. I just witnessed here today. Mr. Chapman went in my money. He separated my money. He was trying to steal it, and I caught him. He put it in between his legs, and as his colleagues approached me, he worked it towards the door. He tried to make it seem like I was lying. I'm not going anywhere. I'm in full custody of these officers. I'm being detained. I'm not going anywhere. I don't want any problems. I'm not armed. I didn't do anything wrong. I was just pulled over for a traffic stop. He just tried to steal some of my money.
Okay, we're hearing you, but there's no need to say all of
No,
that.
I was just looking at the camera. No, I just know how it goes. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to cause.
My camera's on the entire
Yes, ma'am.
time. All right,
Yes,
so
ma'am.
let's take it down a notch.
Yes, ma'am. I apologize. I'm
We're
so
good
sorry.
here.
Yes, ma'am. So what are we gonna do about this problem? Because he just tried to steal some of my money.
No, sir,
And I'm
I
not
did
trying to
not.
put any allegations on him. I'm not trying to say anything. I'm not using my words like to try to hurt anybody. I just know what I know. And then I don't even like the fact, but I know you guys have like special protocol. I don't even like the fact that he just tried to steal and nobody like stood up for him. You feel what I'm saying? Like nobody was like, okay.
Nobody saw anything
But I
that you were
seen
saying,
everything.
but nobody saw it.
Just chill out, relax. Do you need anything?
No, I just want to apologize to everyone. I say, man, one of these things, dude. And I'm sorry.
Right here, brother.
This fuck man, this bitch, this nigga tried to steal his money, bro, and sat there and said, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. How the money got from the wad to your door? Nigga watched you scoot it under your leg. He giving y'all the play-by-play. Hey man, he moving right now. Then the money get found in your door and you say it ain't you. I knew that nigga was lying when that paper was like this, huh? I said, oh yeah, he lying. He lying. Boy, that's crazy. What they gonna do to him though? He supposed to get locked up. Hey, like real talk, bro. They supposed to take the cuffs off and lock him up. Talking about I'm sorry. Just one of them things. Man, fuck all that. That's crazy.
I like Trump. Why do I like Trump? Because he's the president now. Doesn't matter. He's the president. Say what you want. And he's not an American president. He's a party president. So we think because we're black, we're supposed to be democratic. It's bullshit. Obama, yo, bro, none of people Obama sent to jail and killed and how many death row people we could have let live, but they died. Obama's a piece of shit. If you read his book, Audacity of Hope, none of the views that he supposedly had when he became president, he didn't do shit for us. So because he has to appeal to the interests of the party, Donald Trump has to appeal to the interests of the party. The party is the Republican Party or the Democratic Party, right? We're not taught political science, so we don't understand how to play the game that we have to play here in America. It's not personal, it's business. America is big business. We gotta be knowledgeable and we can't be rigid with our learning. You know, we gotta be hungry for knowledge. I'm curious, I'm always searching and prying and poking, right? And analyzing. And then when you realize and you unpack it, you're like, yo, this is crazy. You have to understand the people you're leading and you can't be so fucking judgmental. There's a time and place. It's the difference between being judgmental and being critical, being calculated and being a sellout. They know my body. They know small guy ain't no sellout. They know I ain't none of that.
Felt that. He ain't really said nothing too wrong. I've been saying like this country is a business, dog. Why not put the best businessman up front? You know what I'm saying? Really, either party ain't really for us. Like Muhammad Ali was talking about in the beginning of this, bro, we need our own land, our own country. We need to get going and build our own things. You feel what I'm saying? That's just what it is.
2 to 3 months.
I was miserable. The gentleman did not pay me any mind at all. When I would go to the lunchroom to eat, they would not sit at the same table as I did because I was a black woman. It was horrible. And I'll give you two little incidents that perhaps it shows you that I have a sense of humor about a lot of things. There was a little dining room beneath the house, the floor of the house, and that was the place where we could go to get a bite if we were going to have a long day. And I did not know that in that dining room the tables were designated to the different delegations. There was a table for New York, a table for Alabama, a table for... And I went one day to go down and sit at the table. Well, I sat at the table because nobody was sitting there. 10 chairs to the table. And I ordered my lunch. I was very hungry that day. And I got dessert and salads and a little bit of everything put on the table. And I always took the New York Times and read it while I was eating because nobody would sit by me. So this day, I felt something hovering around me. I looked up, and if looks could kill, I would have been dead. Because I was seated at the Georgian delegation table and didn't know it.
Oh my goodness.
I was at the Georgian delegation table and didn't know it. And this man stood up and looked at me and said, "You sit at the wrong table." I said, "What did you say?" He said, "I said, you sit at the wrong table." I said, "What table is this?" "Yeah, Georgian delegation." "Oh," I said, "but you see, the tables do not have any labels." I didn't know, but tomorrow I will find out where New York sits here, and then I will go to New York. So I continued to eat. And he continued, "I said, you sit at the Georgian delegation table." And I said, "I said, if you don't move from here, I will so and so and so." But then I began to feel sorry for him because he was hungry. And I decided to use a different psychological approach. And I said, "You're hungry, aren't you?" And it's the first time he gave me a smile because I was nice to him. I said, "You're hungry." He said, "Sure, I'm hungry." I said, "I know what your problem is. Your problem is you cannot sit at this table because a black person is seated at the table. Isn't that right?" "Yeah." I said, "I am going to help you. You see that table over there? There's a table diagonally across from the table where I was sitting, and there's nobody at it." I said, "Look, you go over and you sit at that table, you order your lunch. If anybody bothers you, you tell them see Shirley Chisholm." I thought this would embarrass him, but it did not. This was the funniest thing for me. It did not embarrass him. He went right over to the table, and he sat down.
Look at Shirley Chisholm. Hey, I just found out about Shirley Chisholm like a month ago, man. I do not know why she is not talked about like Dr. Martin Luther King, man. This lady ran for president, bro. And she survived like 3 assassination attempts, if I ain't mistaken. Or it might have been more, if I ain't mistaken, but they done tried to kill this lady and all. She was running for president, man. She was, I want to say, the first black person to try to run for president. Like, man, come on, man. Shirley Chisholm a trip, though, man. I see she a little jokester.
Knowledge of self, it is essential to learn. And knowledge of self produces love for self. And when you love yourself, you start doing for yourself. And if I know myself and I love myself and I'm doing for myself and you, my brother, my other self, then I'm going to treat my other self the same way. Guess what happens? All crime, all violence, all mistreatment, envy, jealousy, all the stuff that's plaguing our community, it disappears from knowledge of self and love of self, or suffer the consequences. We're in America, but we try not to be of America. So our formula that we are appealing to our people to accept is to recognize that how long are we going to sit here holding our arms out, asking to be embraced by a system, a country, an institution, and a people before our arms get tired and we decide to put them down. We standing up here holding our arms out asking somebody to embrace us for 450 years. No embrace is coming. We still, the last hired, the first fired, we still got to work twice as hard to get half as much. Every chance that anybody gets, whether it's Democrat or Republican, it makes no difference. There's always some way that the first casualty is what's good for us. Your arms are going to get tired holding them out or working. Why not use them to build something for self? So, unfortunately, the wrath of God is on America right now. America is under divine judgment. Historically speaking, whether it was Rome, Babylon, Egypt, Sodom and Gomorrah, a nation where everything goes will soon be gone. And this is a nation that is stolen land, built by stolen people. And neither of those people have ever gotten their justice for how they were treated. But God himself sees it. So if America doesn't make right their wrong and repent to God for what they've done and change and turn from their ways, then America is not going to exist. It's headed down, unfortunately. And we say, oh man, what's going to happen to us? Well, we already at the bottom right now. They lost $5 trillion in Dow Jones and NASDAQ since 2025 started. But our little bank account didn't get affected. We still got the same $38.40 we had in there. It didn't make no difference. So I say this to us. Don't get hurt to hear that God is going to give justice for the treatment of our ancestors and our abuse and injustice we've suffered. If America is falling and we already at the bottom, it's not a time to get sad. It's a time to get out the way and just let it hit. And then we can pick up the pieces and it can become maybe that promised land that we have earned and deserved since we built it anyway. America's in trouble.
Man, get out the way, man. You feel me? Get out the way and pick up them crumbles like you talking. Cause it's definitely some divine justice coming to this country, dog. They've been doing wrong for a little too long. You feel me? But yes, dog, this is the part of the video that we both don't like. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the day. You know what I'm saying? I learned a lot. But just like I told you before, I do not like leaving on a negative note. So here goes the positive vibe of the day.
What is integrity?
Doing the right thing even when nobody's watching.
What is accountability?
Owning up to any decision that you make or allow.
Be a
Leader.
not a
Follower.
who's in control?
Me.
If you're not in control, you're
Out of control.
as long as you try.
You cannot fail.
Respect others.
But demand respect.
The tongue is
Powerful.
tell yourself today's gonna be a great day no matter what.
Today's gonna be a great day no matter what.
Tell yourself you love yourself.
I love you, me.
And I love y'all too. Have a great day.
Yeah. R.I.P. Nip, man. Nipsey Hussle put a lot of us black men on that, bro. You don't know the impact you done had since you died, boy. I don't know if you're able to look down and see what's going on, boy. But boy, your death did a lot, boy. But without further ado, I'll holla at y'all, man. Till next time.
Holla be thy name. Holla be thy name. Holla be thy